Hi, welcome to Voice of Calling's YouTube channel, and today I'll be solving the USACO 2018 January contest for silver is problem number 2, rental service. So the problem reads, Farmer John realizes that the income he receives from milk production is insufficient to fund the growth of his farm. So to earn some extra money, he launches a cow rental service, which he calls USACO. Farmer John has N cows, each capable of producing some amount of milk every day. The M stores near FJ's farm, each offered to buy a certain amount of milk at a certain price. Moreover, Farmer John's neighboring farmers are each interested in renting a cow at a certain price. Farmer John has to choose whether each cow should be milked or rented to a nearby farmer. Help him find the maximum amount of money he can make per day. The first line in the input contains N, M, and R. The next N lines contain an integer indicating that Farmer John's ith cow can produce CI gallons of milk every day. The next M lines contain two integers, Q and P, indicating that the ith store is willing to buy up to Q gallons of milk for P cents per gallon. Keep in mind that Farmer John can sell any amount of milk between 0 and Q gallons given to a store. The next R lines each contain an integer, R, indicating that one of Farmer John's neighbors want to rent a cow for R cents per day. Alright, so what you have to print out in the end is the maximum amount of cents that Farmer John can use. So in order to solve this problem, there's a few things we need to know. This is N, this is M, and this is R. These N lines represent the amount of gallons each cow can make. These next M lines represent how much the stores are willing to buy their milk for. And these last lines show how much each cow will be rented for. Alright, so the easiest way to go about this is sorting the cows by the amount of gallons that they can produce. So here we have cow 4 can make 7 gallons, cow 1 can make 6 gallons, cow 3 can make 4 gallons, 2 gallons, and the 2 gallons, and the last one, cow number 5, can only make 1 gallon. So the best way that Farmer John could get money is using the cows that make the most gallons to sell milk, and then the cows that make the least number of gallons to rent. So here we're going to put rental price and store price. So these stores, we're going to match them up with the cows that make the most milk in order of how much they're willing to pay. So here we have 10, 25. This cow makes the most gallons of milk, therefore we should sell it to someone who's willing to pay lots of money for milk. Next we have 6, we'll match it up with 15, 15, and then 2, 10. For the rest of these we can leave blank. Now, the rental order is going to be backwards. We do not want to sell the milk of the cows that can possibly be rented, so what we're going to do is order them from greatest to least going up. 250 for the cow that produces the least milk, 100, 80, and 40. And since these here overlap, we're going to need to compare those values. However, for these values that do not overlap, we can just use the one that'll yield us the higher price. Here is my solution for this problem. So basically here I just initialize all my variables, N, M, R, the profit that can possibly be made, the rental price and the gallons, and then the amount that stores are willing to pay for each cow. So I've divided it into an initialize, solve, and then here we have our rental in and out as the USACO would like for it to be formatted. So I take in an M&R. I put the values into a temp first because I need to organize the values of the gallons from highest to least. So before I do that, I just put it into a temporary array. Next, we have the store prices. The store prices, I have made a separate class to initialize it because I have the amount of gallons that they want to buy and the cents that they are willing to buy them for. So here I've just divided it into gallons and cents and put it into the store I array. Next, the rental prices, just read that. Now I'm going to sort the rental prices, sort the temporary prices, and here in this array, I'm just putting gallons from highest to least. And this part is not necessary. We can comment that out. That's just to check to make sure everything's been initialized properly. Now for the solve. So here I'm running through the array and current is tracking how many cows I've checked. And gallons of I is greater than 0. You want to make sure that you have not reached the point where you don't have any more gallons left, in which case you would have to be forced to switch over to using the store prices that the stores want to buy them for. Now, I have a used gallons. So, for example, in the first test case that's given, you have 10 gallons that the store wants to buy, but the highest amount of gallons that the cow can produce is 7. So you can only fill 7 of those 10 gallons, which is why here I'm just checking that 7 does not go above that price, and also taking away 7 after I count it. So the profit is going to be, I'm going to add to the profit the number of used gallons times the price in order to find the total profit, and then from gallons, removing the used gallons. So if 1 gallon in the store becomes 0, that means we've finished using a whole cow, and therefore we can add 1 to the current. Now, the profit, we need to compare the profit that we can make from selling their gallons to the profit we can make to renting them. So here, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting the final one into profit. And here in the end, we just add it all up, and then that should give you the answer. So that was all for this video. If you have any questions, please make sure to comment them and make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.